Yeah, I get really bad nerves to the point where I cry before I race. It's better than like spewing or something like some people.
Ellie, thanks for taking the time. Ellie Salthouse.
Hi, thanks for having me.
How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, better than most, I think, right now. I'm in Australia, so dealing well with the coronavirus. We are currently not in full lockdown, so we have obviously a lot of guidelines in place. But apart from those, we're allowed to get out and about.
Were you in Brisbane anyways, or were you in Boulder and just headed back?
Yeah, I was in Brisbane anyway, so I spend the Australian summer down here, and then usually about now or a week ago, I head over to the US and start my season with Oceanside.
What is it with you and Mexico and that area? I went through your result list and it's like Mexico won, Mexico won, Mexico won. What is your special relation to Mexico?
Well, I love racing in South America because my boyfriend's from South America, so I like to do a bit of an end of year racecation / training camp kind of thing in Mexico and Peru and all around South America. But yeah, I mean, I seem to have a lot of race wins in Mexico. So obviously I keep going back because it's a bit of a lucky charm for me. But it is beautiful and I love the people, I love the places. And now we almost have a bit of a Mexican family there. So every time we go there, we see them and they help us out. And yeah, one of my ex-training partners who I'm really close with is Mexican as well. So of course I have a bit of a biased view on Mexico, so I like going there. Oh, and it's warm. That's the biggest draw card for me.
That's the one thing that counts. 100%.
Yeah,
I'm totally on your side here.
I love the warmth and the summer, and I hate the cold. Hence why I mostly avoid Europe.
I'm so on your side. Like, I love skiing, but snow is for vacation, and then please head back home into the warm.
Yeah, well, the first time I ever saw snow was when I went to Boulder for the first time, when I joined Series Squad. And I went to Boulder to be with the squad for the US summer, and it snowed on me for the first time ever. And I honestly had no idea how to deal with it.
How old were you?
I would have been 20.
No way. You got no races. You don't know when it's happening again. Like, what's going through your head?
Yeah, I mean, same boat for everybody, really. No one has any idea what's going on. I mean, this is unfamiliar territory. This has never happened before, especially, well, not in my lifetime anyway. So, I mean, I'm just trying to keep fit at the moment, and Siri's really just trying to bring back the love for triathlon and help me enjoy things. And she's kind of the view that just do what you want to do what you love, what keeps you fit, and just enjoy it while you can. It's essentially like an off season, but keeping fit and without the additional food, I think.
So is it without the additional food?
Well, I mean, I'm having a few wines here and there and maybe some sneaky cakes and chocolates, but it's not as drastic as the off season, shall I say.
You gotta live. You got it.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely enjoying it. Let's put it that way. But I don't want to put on like 5 or 6 kilo and then all of a sudden races start popping back on the calendar and I'm not ready to go. So
is that what real off season is like?
Yeah. Well, for me anyway. I'm definitely no stranger to the 5 kilo overweight kind of thing, and then I slowly bring it back as I start training again.
It's healthy, right?
Exactly. I mean, everything in moderation, including weight gain, I think.
100%. How long does it take you? Like, let's say lockdown is done, racing will be announced again. What do you think? How long will it take you to be back on point?
I'd probably say 6 weeks. I'd give it 6 weeks and I'll be ready to go once they announce everything. Yeah, so as long as I stay fit during this period and then start sort of a more race-specific block as soon as we're allowed, obviously, out of quarantine and there's races back on the calendar. Once we get word of that, it'll be, about 6 weeks. And I think, we'll definitely pull a race together.
Do you still carry like that little bit of hope somewhere in the back of your head where you have like a race in mind where you think this might happen?
It's weird because it never really hit home how serious this whole coronavirus was. I thought, you know, Australia, we're kind of away, we're a little bit safer down here. So I was holding on to this, like, almost a skewed ideal of coronavirus, in that, you know, it would all just clear up in a few weeks and we'd be all back racing maybe by July. But then when they postponed the Olympics, it was kind of like, oh, hang on a second, this is serious. Yeah, and then I was thinking, like, if we have racing in, you know, July, August, it doesn't really leave anybody enough time to qualify for Worlds, and then it doesn't really leave anyone enough time to train for these, like, big races. So I'm kind of thinking now that maybe the rest of the year's a write-off in terms of racing.
It's so weird. Like, I'm really, in a weird way, it's exciting to see what's going to happen. Are we going to have, like, really late Worlds, or are we going to just skip them this year, or are we going to have double Worlds next year, one early in the year, one late? Nobody knows.
It would almost make sense that they cancel Worlds for this year, considering we do have Worlds every year, and then just get ready for next year. But it would be really disappointing to see that happen. So I'm not hoping for that, obviously.
You've had an interesting career so far. Like, ITU, you started ITU, then you didn't feel the love anymore. Then you came back. Then you went onto the longer distances and completely started smashing it. And you're still fairly young. So what are the goals? What dreams are there?
Oh, I think, like every athlete, becoming a world champion is the ultimate dream. And I thought that was going to be reality last year, but things out of my control prevented that. But yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of things to be proud of over the years. Starting at 11, obviously, it left me a lot of time to continue racing. Yeah, and I just lost the love of ITU racing when I was, it was 2012. And then I took a break, and that's when I started being coached by Siri, and she really made me find the love for triathlon back. Yeah, I mean, of course, the success is part of it, why I love it so much, but obviously, like, I just love the training, the racing, and the atmosphere involved with, you know, race days my favorite day. So I'm going to continue racing until I don't enjoy it anymore, and hopefully that's not in the foreseeable future.
Well, hopefully not. We want to see your race out there, 100%.
Yeah.
When you say race day is your favorite day, do you get pre-race jitters?
Oh yeah, I think everybody does. Yeah, I get really bad nerves to the point where I cry before I race. It's just kind of my way of releasing nervous energy, I guess. And after I have a big cry, I feel much better.
By now, your boyfriend just knows this is coming.
Yeah,
so, like, he's relaxing.
Yeah, he's like, okay, here we go again. It's better than, like, spewing or something like some people.
Yeah, yes, definitely. Is he allowed to be with you on race mornings?
Yeah, well, we actually try and tie it in so that we do a lot of the same races, which is good. So we try and travel together, race together. So yeah, we're pretty much together the whole morning. We'll warm up together, and then the only time we're really separate is when he has to go up to the start line, and then I have to wait for my turn. So yeah, we're pretty much together the whole morning.
Huh. And still together, so that's all right.
Yeah, exactly.
We're working pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine for me. He's the one who has to deal with the tears.
Fair enough. Is he with you, or are you guys separated now in that time?
Yeah, he's actually stuck here. So Peru have closed their borders. We've had a hell of a time trying to organise new visas for him to be able to stay here, and then rearrange flights and change flights around. So, but he is here, and we get to spend an extra few months together here, which is nice.
When you started racing at such an early age, did you actually ever, like, have another childhood dream of what you would be like job-wise? What when you're an adult?
Yeah, so all the way through my childhood, I wanted to be a pediatrician, like, so badly. And then all of a sudden, I started showing some successes with cross country and that kind of thing. And I never really thought I wanted to be, like, a professional, but I had the Olympic dream, kind of like every kid does, I guess. But I thought it was going to be running. And then 11 years old, I found triathlon. And then ever since then, I had kind of the Olympic dream for triathlon. And then as that got stronger and I got older and older, I kind of let go of I don't know, it's like the pediatric path and that dream of being a pediatrician, and decided that all I wanted to do was go to the Olympics.
How does a child come up with the wish of becoming a pediatrician?
Well, my mom is a neonatal intensive care nurse, so she deals with obviously the premature babies and things like that. So I think that's probably where it came from.
Do you have any other hidden talents that the world is ready to finally see?
Well, I've actually been kind of like adventurous recently, and I've gotten into cake baking, like big, like elaborate celebration cakes.
Wow.
And so I wouldn't say it's a talent yet. Like, we're not getting carried away, but I like to consider myself a little bit of a baker. So yeah, I mean, I guess we could call it a hidden talent, very hidden. Yeah, but I got all the stuff you need, and like I put like scrape the icing and do all the fancy stuff, and yeah.
Well, with everybody else, I made the deal. We're going to do something together when this Corona thing is over, and we have a proper like face-to-face catch-up. It's cake eating. It's perfect.
Cake eating. I'll bake, you eat.
So much better than playing golf with Cameron Worth. Oh, by the way, how did the exam go? There was an exam, right? Today?
Yes. Yeah. So I am studying on the side. Not many people know that actually, but yeah, I'm studying very slowly a uni degree. So I just had all my classes are online at the moment, obviously, given the current situation. So yeah, just took a little exam before we jumped on this call. Yeah, it went well, I think. I have to wait to get the marks back, but I felt confident.
Is it something unusual that you're studying?
No, it actually kind of relates to triathlon, this one. I'm studying nutrition and dietetics, so.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
We'll end up on weekly chats.
Done, dialed in, perfect.
Imagine what else you'll find out about me.
I'm already excited.